So I want to have a slight change to the weekly activities that you're going to do over the next couple of days. You'll notice that in this section right here that's highlighted, everything is crossed out because the word of the week this week that I'll show you in a moment really is only used for one part of speech. So what you're going to do for the vocabulary word of the week activity is only have to complete just one sentence. In the original part of speech, that's going to be detailed on the vocabulary sheet that I'll show you in just a second. The rest of the activity is identical to what we've been doing: the definition, synonyms, antonyms, one good sentence with context clues, an image that some of you drew some images and uploaded them, and some of them were fantastic. Some of you downloaded images and used them from the computer. They were also very good. There's no benefit to doing one over the other. It's not like you should do one or shouldn't do one. The only thing I will say for the sentences is that I would love for you to have your own sentences that you create, because I feel like some people are using sentences from the internet, because I just can't believe across 3 classes of 6th graders that 7 or 8 or 9 people are coming up with the identical sentence, word for word, brilliant sentences, and that everyone is thinking of the exact same brilliant sentence seems a little bit far-fetched. So again, pretty similar format. The only difference is this time there's just going to be the one sentence that you're responsible for. And so the word that you're going to do this week is pronounced surmise. It is a verb that means to suppose that something is true without having evidence to confirm it. With you are seeing down here in the synonyms is to just guess or suspect, speculate. These are words maybe you're familiar with. Conjecture probably is a new word that you're not familiar with. All really dealing with the idea of figuring something is true, even though you can't really be certain it's true or don't have the evidence that it's true. Here's a sentence down here. She surmised that something was wrong even before I told her. Right? You're using clues. You're looking for hints. You're looking for identification of something, and then making a conclusion before you certainly have all the facts to it. So again, when you're going through the weekly activities, do all of them like you normally would do, but you can just come up with the one sentence. In this box over here, where it says surmise can also be a noun, it's kind of a challenging way to do that I figured I would not force you to do. The weekly wisdom quote this week is by Maya Angelou, and the quote says, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude." And so I'd like to think a little bit about what it is that you have to, what you have to think about for that quote is, if you have found something in your life that you didn't like and how you might have gone about changing it. And if you've come across something that you just couldn't change, how you changed your attitude to accept it or deal with it or cope with it. And if you are looking at the weekly wisdom sheet, I'm really looking for in the reflection details. The more details you can come up with, the better. Saying this never happened to you is not good enough. I need you to think of something that happened. Come up with an idea. Think more deeply. And use details. Use names, places, dates. And the more you write, the more detail you use, the better your response is going to be. So that's all you have to do for this week for Word of the Week and the Weekly Wisdom. Again, the one major change is obviously just the one sentence.